Right everyone, and welcome back to another video of the F1 Manager 24 career mode Williams. This is part number 7 today for the Italian Grand Prix. Missed the previous episode at Silverstone, I recommend going and check one out. But yes, in this episode, it is now time to fire Logan Sargeant. Now, in one of the previous episodes, we got we've got Carlos Sainz for next year, obviously, and what we're going to do is promote Franco Colapinto to replace Sargeant. Now, the contract length has to be 1 season. If it's more than that, it will overwrite Sainz's contract for next season, which is exactly not what we want. We'll give him something as well, you know, some race bonus for finishing 12th, which, to be fair, our car. I mean, a lot of stuff is going into research, but yeah, if you know, if I change the 2 seasons, then it replaces Sainz as well. So I just thought it was confirmation there. We are only replacing Sargeant as well. Now, designing stuff, yes, things need to happen. Well, first of all, we're going to manufacture some suspensions parts because we need that. Regulation change. For next season, we're going to have more gearboxes and more ERSs. Sadly, no more engines, but I mean, only the Ferrari power teams didn't vote for that. Funny how that happened, isn't it? Yeah. Now, first of all, Franco Colapinto, very happy with his decision. He's going to be in slightly earlier because this was actually in for the Hungarian Grand Prix. There's no real space to specify a particular Grand Prix. However, Zach O'Sullivan, he wants £1.3 million a year, and for what he's doing in F2 in this season in our career mode, he's not doing very well. I think it's time for him to go. But yeah, Colapinto's in, and now Hungary. Yes, Colapinto's first race. Well, Albon, he crashed as well. I don't know what it is with this simulation, but we seem not to be there. One of our drivers seems to have a crash, as we're on target for our 7th place, which is given $750,000. One person is going to be joining as an affiliate for next season, Leonardo Fornaroli, as well, and also Aurélien Pallier is going to be joining as well from ART and F2 as our new sporting director, so that's good. In Belgium, Sergio Perez won the Grand Prix. Colapinto finished, which is good as well. I don't know if there's a safety car, because usually the simulations are like 3 or 4 laps down for the back markers, but Colapinto is last. We'll hope to get him, you know, he just needs a bit of confidence. And, you know, the gap, I don't know if he's actually properly rated compared to you know, what it actually is shown. You know, it definitely needs an update. Now, I'm slightly worried about Pat Fry as well. I would like to keep Pat, to be honest. He's 85 rated. There's not very many people better, but one of the issues is if somebody poaches him, then we don't have anybody scouted. So I'm scouted Neil Holey. I'm also going to scout Tom Stallard. This is not for next season, though. Somebody mentioned the previous comments below about bringing Tom Stallard to partner Carlos Sainz. We've already got Hugh Bird, but obviously with what happened, that falling out between Alex Albon and his race engineer, we could switch Bird over, but Albon's engineer's got a contract for next season, so I don't want to be getting rid of him, you know, when I can just get rid of him for free, and you know, so yeah, that's something for the future. We're also going to just designed a new rear wing, front wings coming in as well. Sven Smeets, our sporting director, is off to Aston Martin. I don't care really at that point. As well, he's more than welcome to go because we're replacing him anyway. Manufacturing the new front wing. Yeah, crystal ball there. Pat Fry has been up, and it's Haas. Of all the people, Haas. He's chosen to go to Haas. Well, as I say, we'll try and offer him a new contract first. Actual fact, he's been offered a worse contract than what he is on there. So I'll offer him a new contract. See what they offer as well. We'll lower that to 14 days because I don't want Haas to sign him in the meantime as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed. For goodness sake. Well, okay. Well, hello, Neil. Neil Holdy, if I apologise as well. He's going to cost more than Pat Fry, but I mean, yeah, 3 million a year. If he delivers what he's done to McLaren, then that will be very good.
You're joking. Not another one?
Well, when it rains, it pours. Looks like we're going to lose Pat Fry. I don't want to lose Albon. We're going to offer him a contract. A new contract. Yeah. We'll see what we can get away with in terms of money, because obviously we're already paying Sainz quite a lot. 3 seasons needs to be what we want. Get them some bonuses for, and we'll give him a huge, basically, bonus as well. Did come P13. Colapinto failed to finish again. As our new front wing is now available, which is just as well because Albon as well. I'm going to keep the old one on Colapinto's car for this race, as Albon successfully agrees a contract extension as well. I'm also going to scout Christian Mansell as well. Luke Browning as well. I mean, he's an affiliate. It should be cheap, and I should be able to get the breakout multiplier above 1, which I've not done so far.
Will practice pay off for the drivers? Well, we're about to find out in qualifying.
Into qualifying we go, and straight away Sonoda's been across the cut the corner as well, and then Bottas, I mean, you're supposed to go through the directions, but yeah. Albon's a little bit of traffic there and really out of the way as well. Colapinto is out. Gasly's got a mechanical fault. Colapinto is out of qualifying as Albon is through to Q2 as well. Yeah, he 3/10 off, but he's got that. I think if we get that front wing on him as well. Albon as well, we're going to ride on board with him for Q2, excuse me, as well around here. I don't know if that's been, I think that's the old Turn 1 layout there as well. Again, I am noticing that some of the tracks in F1 Manager are much more up to date than they are in F1 24. But that's not for every track as well. Again, I'm trying to catch up to Magnussen. I don't know what K-Mag's done. That 1.2 second gap you just saw briefly there. That's pressed on the previous best time. That's how much he's got to make up to get to him. So we go down then through towards Ascari and taken to the right line. Could have missed the apex there, a bit tight. The apex, this is a Mercedes just doing 2 miles an hour on the racing line. Where's the penalty? FIA, where's the penalty? Of course there's been no penalty. It's not even flashed up to say there's an investigation. Is he actually going to improve? No, because he had to slow down. So Albon's 15th. Good job that. So it'll be a Ferrari the 1-2 though, front row. So the Tifosi will like that though, as well. Yeah, very annoying there, but nevertheless, can't do much about it. We just got to try and make the best of a bad situation. It's actually P14 because somebody's taken a penalty. Notice, just like F1 24, penalties don't seem to apply for the player either, or F1 Manager 24. I don't like that.
The oldest circuit in Europe. For this, the Italian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Okay, can we have a good start? as well. Colapinto's lost a place off the line to Gasly. What about Albon? As well, can he have a go? No, there's a roadblock between the between Ocon and Hulkenberg there. Well, they're saying that Hulkenberg's gone wide. He's gone deep, and that'll be Hulkenberg off. He's off the track, but I mean, yeah, he's hard to go. But he's fallen behind Colapinto actually, but Colapinto defending against Alonso, who was the one who took the penalty there. I'm sure he's going to blast past as well, because the Aston Martin's a much faster car than the Williams and even the Sauber and the two Haas cars. Much faster. As well as Alex Albon is starting to make moves here down the inside of Curve Grande there, and up to P 12, although him and Ocon swapping places. A little bit annoying there as well as Colapinto defends against Bottas, but Bottas goes through. That is annoying. As well as it's hard to stay. It's actually hard to stay in front. As well as that's Albon's got past Russell. As well, I don't think this is going to. This is just not going to stay, because look, DRS. Without DRS, you're just not able to defend. Look, even Zhou's going to have a go at Albon. Fortunately, Albon's going to stay in front, but for how much longer? Is Albon now having to go around the outside through the Lesbos Curve 1, and that's a fabulous little move there from Alex Albon. I know he's going to get overtaken on the next DRS straight, but this is a beautiful move around the outside as well, and he made it work, and up to P11, although it's not going to last, because there is Russell down the inside. Although saying that, Russell he's got a bit of an issue with the gearbox, I think, as well, but it's not really, it's only a minor one as well. And that, he's going to go we all know he's going to go past eventually, which is there's nothing we can do. We haven't got the car seems to favour low speed corners as Sainz and Verstappen side by side through Ascari. Now they're side by side going down to Parabolica, or the Curve Alboreto, whichever you want to call it. Verstappen's the inside. Can Sainz hold it around the outside of Verstappen as Alonso has finally passed Colapinto with probably DRS. We'll get a quick replay of this. Is this with DRS? It is with DRS. And Alonso is on the move at last. I'm expecting him to catch up to the group that Albon's in and overtake them all, because he's in a much faster car. As well, back at the front though, Sainz and Verstappen. Verstappen's actually going to lose a few places here because he's behind at the DRS detection point. Yeah, I think that DRS is a little bit unrealistic on this game, to be honest, but there we go. As well, Colapinto, he's coming back at Bottas as well. Yeah, with Colapinto, because he's so poorly rated, even though he's in real life he's done a much better job than Sargent managed to do in the F1 game. He's a lot lower rated than what Sargent is. Sargent was like 77 rated. So yes, for Colapinto, I mean, he's only 69 rated, so I do have to factor that in, that the game has done a bit dirty and does need a stat update, which, to be fair to the F1 game, they have done, but they haven't given anything to Colapinto. They haven't updated Colapinto's stat or replaced him yet. As well. Meanwhile, Ricciardo, he might have had his last Grand Prix in real life, but in this career mode, career mode episode, manager mode episode, he is up to P3 and he's having a go at Max Verstappen. Leclerc seems to have formed a little bit of a gap, although we all know that gap can come down just like anything, and he's actually going to overtake Verstappen down the inside as well. Turns to the outside for turn 2, gets the better line as the Ferrari goes in the gravel again. I think the surfaces need a bit of work as well as Hulkenberg has got past Colapinto. He's really starting to struggle on those medium tyres. Hulkenberg on the hard tyres as well. He just needs to take the pain for now. And Gasly, I mean, what was Albon thinking? Just leaving the inside of the Curve Grande open? Yeah, not entirely happy there. And then Colapinto, after that, I decided it's time for him to come in. To be fair, it's the end of lap 20. So as Gasly goes past Albon, this is the thing. I think this is where we need some upgrades. To be fair, the new front wing seems to be a little bit of an improvement, even if we are having a bit of an issue with engine temperatures as well. It seems to be a bit of an improvement. That is something to think about. He's not the only one to pick Colapinto though. 2.6 second stop, not too bad. But I just wish we could have better, but that's not going to happen as Gasly's had an issue. As well as I said, Russell was also the other one that's come in on the same lap as Colapinto. As front right just didn't want to go off. You can hear the wheel gun. There we go, and that's community service there for Pierre for swearing as well. And Hamilton, he had the reverse. The wheel didn't want to go on. No community service to Lewis there, just for sign, as the two Ferraris now jumped to lap 25, battling there as well. And Leclerc's been run into the gravel and is stopped. I'm pretty sure we could get that going again, but for some reason he seems to be beached at that particular point. Yes, very unrealistic. But the safety cars come out. Annoyingly, I cannot pick Colapinto. I would love to do so. He doesn't seem to have very good tyre wear management. But we don't have for some reason we don't have another set of medium or hard tyres new available for him. So he's going to have to take the pain and pick the softs, possibly at the end as well. Yes, 2.66 second stop as well. So there is the safety car. I've almost forgotten what it looked like because it hasn't come out since 1983 in F1, in real life F1, and I haven't seen it in career mode since 1964. Yes, so Sainz, despite putting Leclerc in the gravel, and Hulkenberg has also retired, by the way, with a gearbox failure as well. So yes, the safety car comes in. Sainz still leads, but he's developed a mechanical fault. Can Albon get the run on Alonso and Russell? Russell's Mercedes have not had a good season in this career mode. They've looked very slow, especially Russell. Russell seems to be struggling, as well as yes, as Zhou actually sends out the inside. I don't know if Sauber have actually brought some upgrades as well, but bearing in mind we're having a look as Verstappen. I mean, this is 2023 Verstappen, by the way, and as well he's set a new fastest lap. He's going to blast past Sainz as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if the two McLarens also got blast past. Ricciardo's back in 6th place, ahead of Stroll, but you never know what happens with the RBs. They seem to fluctuate positions as well. And that's Magnussen sending it on Alex Albon. Magnussen's on mediums. That's going to be a problem. He's going to have better tyres as well. It's Colapinto round the outside of Curve Grande. And a lovely little move there on Bottas, who's got a move as that is Tsunoda who's gone off. Yuki, he was hovering around the top 10, but now he's not doing that, and he's had a Spinala. And he's not beached on that curve, which you could do, and that's community service for Yuki as well. Yes, Magnussen's being a pain, as he usually is in his career modes, manager mode episode as well. Meanwhile, up at the front, we've got Norris chasing down Verstappen. It's the two McLarens and two Red Bulls up at the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Piastri's got some slight damage, I think front wing damage, but he's still setting the fastest lap. Looks like Lando Norris is going to go past Max Verstappen. Oh, they're making it 3 wide not wide enough to make it 4 wide there, as Sainz is struggling behind Lance Stroll, as well. Ricciardo dropping behind Hamilton there, as well as yes, Magnussen, this is tyres starting to go off because Gasly's coming back at him as well, and they're going 3 wide as well. And Gasly, well, you know, he's been trading place with Albon, but that is going to damage his chances of, if there's a chance of points, which I don't think there is because we're so far behind. Magnussen, though, still managing to get in front, as Gasly has dropped behind, and that's Piastri and Perez, by the way, somehow managed to get in front of their teammates and then also run away. So yes, as Magnussen is going to close in on Alex Albon, he's just going to send it down the inside of Ascari. Typical Magnussen move. He's up to P11. Surely those mediums can't go on for much longer, as we do have to pit Colapinto. Magnussen's in actually as well. Soft tyres go on for both. If Colapinto had better tyre management, then I think that he would be able to go to the end on the set of mediums, set of hard tyres. But yeah, alas, he's overheating. I don't know if that's just our engine that's overheating the tyres or not. I don't know. As Joe, he's going to have a go at Albon. Albon this time defends the inside, doesn't, and you know, Joe just blasts past up to P11. So yeah, that is very alarming. That, you know, the Sauber's been a very poor car, and yet we're struggling against it. As well as we're watching Colapinto. He's going to take a leaf out of Alex's book, round the outside of Lesbos 1, and it's a lovely move for Franco Colapinto as well. No! Albon! He's done it! He's done it again! Yes. What on earth happened here? So he's got Bottas all over him in the other Slauber, and he just completely locks up and goes into the gravel. He was lucky not to be beached there, and that's to rub salt in the wound. Magnussen's going to blast past Albon as well, who's pitted. That is annoying. But Albon is making a habit of this. That's 2 races he's now had him off. That is not good enough. Bottas has got something wrong with it as well, as Perez. As well, Perez and Piastri going side by side, but Piastri's able to defend the move on the final lap as well. Bottas, as I say, has got an orange engine issue, so hopefully Albon should be able to catch up to him, as Stroll and Hamilton going wheel to wheel. This would be big points for Mercedes. They've not had the best of season. There's been a crash on the final lap as well. Is it Magnussen and Gasly? Yeah, I wouldn't call that a crash. Magnussen just went in the gravel, but the gravel has really no effect on this game as well. We're going to put into ERS into deploy, and it's going to be a comfortable move on Bottas. Colapinto, to be fair, yeah, I mean, you had to make the extra stop compared to Bottas, but it's just disappointing, you know. Yeah, I think the pace was good on the new front wing. So we'll put that on Colapinto's car for the next race for sure. But, you know, we also need to think about other upgrades because, you know, yes, I've been focused on research for next season too, and it's just not happened. And in the end, you know, we're nowhere near and able to get points as... yeah, Colapinto, to be fair, his soft tyre management was actually pretty good in the end. But Oscar Piastri claims victory then. Only just from Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen there as well, and Ocon the only person lapped there. Colapinto 16th place. Hopefully they gives him some confidence. 22.70 fastest lap, not the fastest lap overall as well. But yes, honestly slightly nervous with, you know, Haas and Alpine just 1 point behind us again. You know, we need to be scoring more regularly. That is the board's objective, to get half of the races. I don't really think we're going to do that, but there we go. DHL fastest pit stop. We didn't pick up anything. 2.6 seconds was just the fastest, but at least they were consistent at 2.6. Yeah, I think we need, if we're going to look to try and jump people in the pits, then we need to obviously find those extra points here. As there's good news, Alex Albon's back to an 82 rated as well, and Neil Holdy has accepted a contract, so he will be replacing the outgoing Pat Fry as well, which hopefully will be good. So we're going to have a new Sashi. I think engine corner is going to have to be sacrificed more, I'm sorry to say. Yeah, I'm going to just to show, I'm going to give it 1 CFU MAU hour and then 10 wind tunnel hours as well. Race performance, absolutely. I don't like that engine cooling, the fact that it's even worse. I want to try and reduce that as much as possible, really, as well, really. So it's just about, I think it can lose 0.5%, but yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. If there's a guide, if anyone of you knows of a guide for what upgrades to do, then let me know in the comments below. But yeah, we're gonna have to take a hit to make this actually worth it, even if it's going to be bad on engine cooling as well. I'm gonna rush this as well. I want to get this. It won't be in for Baku, but it will be in for the next episode, which I want you to vote for in the comments below. But yes, that's where I'm going to leave it today's episode. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, see plenty more F1 Manager and other F1 gameplay when it comes out. Until the next video, then I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and bye.